Hello, friends. Welcome to the Epic Alchemy Podcast, episode 21, Blackjack. And first of all, I want to mention a workshop that I'm hosting next week on the 26th of March. And it is going to be an intention to action workshop, which I've hosted before, but you can come even if you've watched it before, if you come before, because we can create new intentions or check in with the intentions that you had and see how they're going. But this one is going to be the spring cleaning edition. So it's going to be focused on not so much adding, but subtracting. Because a lot of times when we have goals and we're trying to do things, what's actually stopping us from getting to the goal is too much stuff. We're doing too much. So this is in honor of that, like seeing where we can pare back and see what's really necessary to get the goal that you're after, that you're wanting to accomplish, and make space for it. So a lot of times people come to me and they are dealing with overthinking, overwhelm. And when you're in overwhelm, it's really hard to get things done because you spend a lot of time spinning your wheels and just thinking about how overwhelmed you are, feeling the overwhelm and being in the drama of being overwhelmed. So just like needing to lay down and but you're still thinking about what you're overwhelmed about, and or like scrolling, buffering, doing things instead of doing the thing that you actually need to do or want to do. So that's what we're going to be working on, is clearing clutter, like making things more streamlined and seeing what you can let go of that isn't working for you. Because a lot of times we'll also pile on more things to do because we want things to happen. And what we really need to do is just go deeper with what's actually working. So that's what we're going to be doing in the workshop. We're going to be talking about that, because that is one of the things that I help my clients with. It's part of the Calm protocol in Epic Alchemy, my 6-month one-on-one program. So we work on just making things easier, making things more fun, like shifting the mindset around what we're doing. I love helping people with that, finding ways to make things easier, to make them more enjoyable, not like the reward at the end, which is great, but also making it rewarding while you're doing it. Like finding ways to make things more enjoyable in the process, because then you really want to do it. Then you really want to show up and do the thing that you've been avoiding. So it's like, how can we make this fun? How can we make this light? And how can we just like bring a sense of calm to it and a sense of spaciousness to it? So I love that. And that's kind of a combination of mindset, definitely strategy, and some mind body practices as well. That's what I got coming up. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, is like making things less in order to get more. For instance, growing your business on a social media platform. And then you're like, but I could also do this other social media platform and feed on to that one from this one. Like if you want to do Pinterest, and then you also want to do Instagram, and you also want to do Substack, and you have all of these ideas for how you want it to flow. Start with one and get that one going so that you give it enough time, one, to see if it's working, two, to see if it isn't working, why it's not working. You need to experiment with that, because anything works. Because you can find examples of things working for anything. So but you have to dial it in and figure out like what it is that isn't working, to get it to work. And then once you get that solid, you can add something else, but only after you get that solid, because otherwise you're going to be scattering your energy. It's better to just get the one thing done and then move on to the next thing. I know, especially with creative people, we are interested in a lot of things and we want to just start. Like a lot of times we'll get start one thing and then be like, oh, I have this other idea for this other thing. And we'll have so many open loops. so many open loops, so many open tabs for different projects that we're working on or whatever, whether it's like marketing, whether it's like creative projects or whatever. But you actually get more momentum by finishing one thing and then moving on to the next. Because if you're just doing a little bit, pushing all at once, just a little bit at a time, like you're not going to see the cross the finish line for that. You're not going to feel the satisfaction of finishing something for a very long time. Maybe not ever, because you're not gonna, because a lot of it is mental, like if you're not finishing things, then it's hard to keep going. But once you finish something, it's going to give you a boost of energy and momentum and confidence because you finish that thing and you're going to learn from finishing that thing. So think about for yourself, what can you let go of that would actually help you to go further faster? Is it a platform that you're showing up on? Is it a project? You're doing too many projects, and it doesn't mean that you can't come back to it. It doesn't mean goodbye forever. It can, but it doesn't need to mean that. Like, it can just mean I'm going to put this aside and I'm not going to work on it again until I finish this other thing or until I've seen this other thing through enough to get traction with that. Or if it's just uh maybe some thoughts that you need to let go of, that you need to clear, that are not serving you, maybe just say, you know what, thanks, those aren't very helpful. We're just going to stick with these few thoughts about this one thing. So there's all different ways to look at it. That's what we're going to be working on in the workshop. Come to the workshop. It's free. I'm going to place the link in the show notes here. I would love to have you join. If you can't join live, I'm going to send out a recording. So this will really help you think through the process of how to clear the clutter so that you can get more done. So I hope you'll join me, and I will see you next time. Bye.